The truth is, just because something has a high price tag doesn't mean it's a real asset, and just because an asset is popular doesn't mean it's actually profitable. What truly sets wealthy people apart is that they put their money into assets that grow in value, generate income, and move them toward financial freedom. Most people, on the other hand, spend their money on assets that might look good, feel good, or help them appear rich, but in reality, those same assets are quietly keeping them poor. That's why in this video, I'm breaking down the 10 worst assets that are secretly draining your money and holding you back. And if you already own any of them, it might be time to let them go. Number 1, luxury watches. One of the biggest traps people fall into when trying to look wealthy instead of actually becoming wealthy is spending thousands of dollars on expensive watches. A $10,000 watch tells the same time as a $100 one, yet many still drop serious money just for the brand name on their wrist. While it's true that a few rare collector watches can go up in value, the majority don't. Unless you really know the watch market, you're not making an investment. You're just spending a lot of money on something that will probably end up sitting in a box. Most people think owning a luxury watch makes them look successful, but chasing that image is what holds them back from building real wealth. Number 2, high-end home appliances. Spending thousands of dollars on high-end home appliances might feel exciting in the moment, but in most cases, they do nothing to improve your financial situation. That $4,000 smart fridge that tells you you're out of eggs isn't making you any money, and neither are the fancy ovens, touchscreen washers, or commercial-grade espresso machines that look like they belong in a cafe. Unless you're actually running a business from your home that relies on these appliances, they're just overpriced gadgets that lose value quickly, break down easily, and often cost even more to repair. These types of purchases don't move you closer to wealth. They simply help the companies that sell them get richer while you end up with less money in your pocket. Number 3, designer clothes and shoes. The truth is that rich people often wear plain clothes. It's the middle class, on the other hand, who try to look rich by buying $1,200 shoes or $3,000 jackets. While spending big on designer brands might get you attention, it won't bring you wealth. Clothes are not assets. They wear out, go out of style, and most importantly, they don't make money. They only cost money. If you really want to impress people, don't do it with your outfit. Instead, impress them with your results, the financial freedom you've built, and the success you've achieved. Number 4, brand new cars. The moment you drive a brand new car off the lot, its value drops significantly and you begin to lose money immediately. In fact, new cars can lose as much as 20% of their value within the first year alone. That's money you'll never recover. All for what? A temporary new car smell, a shiny dashboard, and the illusion of status? The reality is, a reliable used car can provide the same level of transportation without the steep depreciation that comes with a new vehicle. By constantly purchasing brand new cars, you're essentially burning cash, sacrificing your wealth for a fleeting sense of luxury. This cycle of buying new cars over and over again is a sure way to waste your hard-earned money while getting nothing of lasting value in return. Instead of letting these purchases drain your bank account, consider investing in a reliable used car and redirect that money toward building wealth that will serve you for years to come. Number 5, timeshares. Timeshares may seem appealing when you're on vacation, offering the promise of cheap luxury trips for years to come. However, what they don't tell you is that maintenance fees increase every year, and you have to book well in advance to secure the best spots. If you stop paying, it can damage your credit. The worst part is that timeshares are nearly impossible to sell. A timeshare is really just a vacation trap that ties up your money for years. If you want to travel, renting smart is a better option. Don't lock yourself into a deal where only the resort company comes out ahead. Number 6, boats. There's a reason people often say that the best days of owning a boat are the day you buy it and the day you sell it. Boats are costly to purchase, store, and maintain. You'll have to cover the costs of fuel, docking fees, and repairs, and that's before you even set sail. The moment you buy the boat, its value begins to depreciate, and the ongoing expenses only add to the financial strain. Unless you're using the boat to generate income through charters, rentals, or another business venture, it's not an asset. Instead, it becomes a floating money pit that continuously drains your bank account without providing any financial return. For most people, owning a boat only means losing money over time rather than gaining wealth. Number 7, luxury real estate you can't afford. A big house in a fancy neighborhood might sound like the ultimate dream. However, if you're stretching your budget just to say you live there, it's not an asset, it's a liability. Property taxes and expensive repairs quickly add up, draining your resources. While you may feel wealthy living in a large home, your bank account will tell a different story. Real estate should work for you and bring in profits, not cause stress. It's better to live below your means now so that later you can afford the lifestyle you truly want without the burden of financial strain. Number 8, holding too much cash. Cash may feel safe, but holding on to too much cash in your bank account isn't helping you build wealth. Inflation steadily erodes the value of money each year. If your savings aren't growing, they're essentially shrinking. Having some emergency cash is necessary, but once you have that covered, your money should be working for you. Whether it's invested in stocks, real estate, or even a small business, your money should be growing, not just sitting idle in your account. Putting your cash to work is one of the most important steps to building long-term wealth. Number 9, leased cars. Leasing a car might seem attractive with its low monthly payments, the idea of driving a new car every few years, and no worries about selling it. But what most people don't realize is that by leasing, you're essentially renting a car forever and ending up with nothing. You never build equity, you never get any value back, and you're stuck with mileage limits and extra charges. Leasing is a poor person's version of rich living. It's a cycle that keeps you paying for something that doesn't belong to you and never will. If you want to build wealth, avoid leasing and consider purchasing a vehicle that you own. Number 10, college degrees without ROI. College can absolutely be a valuable investment, but only when the degree you choose leads to meaningful opportunities and real financial growth. If you spend years pursuing a field with limited job prospects or low earning potential, that degree is not an asset. A true asset is something that moves you forward financially, not something that keeps you stagnant. The right degree should equip you with the skills and knowledge to secure a high-paying job or create your own opportunities as a freelancer or entrepreneur. It should serve as a foundation for building long-term value, expanding your expertise, and increasing your income. A degree that does not contribute to any of these outcomes is not helping you build wealth. It is simply an expensive title that does not bring you any closer to financial freedom. Now that you know the 10 worst assets that are quietly keeping you poor, it's time to take action. If you already own any of these so-called assets, consider letting them go as soon as possible. If you haven't fallen into these traps yet, you're already ahead, so make sure to avoid them completely. Instead of holding on to poor assets, focus on building a portfolio of real assets that grow in value, produce consistent income, and move you closer to true lasting wealth. If you want to know exactly what a broke person should do to become a millionaire by 30, be sure to watch the video that just appeared on your screen.